just to be short. We also have Brandon and Dave and Lacey and Brigida.
And then.
Oh yeah, Rob. Sorry, I didn't know you were saying Rob. Rob's here, and we are going to be filming this, so don't get shy.
Guys, it'll be cool. This is VR. You'll be able to
This is a very safe space. I've kind of explained that. This is a safe space to be creative. You're going to gain some creative confidence. Because we're all creative, we just don't always know how to bring that out. So we're going to force it out of you. Everything's going to be really time-boxed so that we kind of get all of our ideas out there, and we're actually going to build prototypes in the end. We're going to show you some ideation methods. I'm going backwards. We're going to teach you about empathy and let you experience that. And the method, mindsets of design thinking are up here. So I'll just let you guys read these and keep those in mind as we're going through this session.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So now let's kind of group together, and we're going to just have you go over your name together, just in your group. Your name.
Are you guys familiar with each other? Okay, so we're gonna split you guys.
Well, we got cards. We have cards, right? So
Yeah,
everybody has the golden girl.
you guys got cards? Okay, alright. Oh, they got cards. Awesome, I didn't see you guys.
Let's split up by your golden girl.
So who has Rose? I'm Rose. Alright, these three. And then you guys are the other three. Alright.
Awesome.
Yeah, so group together.
What were the two names?
Yes, because I figured we had to.
That made sense. Okay, so group together, and we're going to go over your name, where you work, what your role is, maybe what your favorite hobby is. Just get to know each other a little bit. We'll give you just a few minutes, okay?
If you can come up with a team name, try to come up with a team name.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually a Westerner at heart because I grew up in Indiana and Illinois, so I ended up in New York. Met my husband and decided to stay there.
We just pulled her in.
It's early skill, which is in New York State, we're smaller, we have much bigger students. We're between Oneonta and Albany, and so yeah. We're a big ag tech school. So we need a team name. Okay, I'm in.
Are you guys?
My daughter's actually
She's on boxing. She's fine.
All right, yes, I like it. It's dominant. Yeah. All right.
You guys have a team name?
Yeah.
John Evans. Back in the day, I used to work at Ellucian when I shared a copy. Or John shared from. I turned up with I know you.
Time, right? So, I'm fine with whatever, just for the.
We did for city. We said statewide. We did the reworks implementation at in New York. There's still 10 schools that are not live yet, but the rest are. We actually went with the reworks before city contracted for the system. It's but it's working well, and everybody's on because we're adopters and we're part of the initial implementation.
All right, guys.
We're living the
Are
life.
we all introduced? Here, we have a team name.
Ray Wolf.
Gray
What's the
Wolf.
story behind that?
It's a whole story.
What is the story behind that? Hey, you like the CD story here.
Awesome.
Yeah, in the same place, right?
Exactly.
Right, same
We
place.
have candid, open conversations here. It's essential to innovation.
You're in the nest.
All right, we'll leave it at that.
Okay, if you don't want to tell us a secret story, that's fine. All right, never mind.
Team name?
It's being recorded.
So, we're the gingers.
Ah.
Nice.
Because I have a redhead and I talked to him because of it. So that's how I got sucked into
Love
this.
it. Yes! The gingers. Team have a soul. But I'm sure one of the Golden Girls was a ginger before they went right. So, yeah. Awesome.
All right,
So
guys.
our next step is going to be empathizing because we focus on human-centered design. We really want to get to know the person that we're designing for. So by default, you are the boy in this group. So I'm going to have to
You don't have to be a boy. You can be a man if you want.
the man in this
You
group.
choose.
You're the man that's going to play the role of a boy.
That's a preferred
He
name.
was like, I don't know if I'm a boy or not. In your packet, everybody should have a narrative, and his name is Corey. So if you would be so willing, would you be able to come up here and read Corey's story?
No, she doesn't have it.
It's
No,
from
she
his
had it.
perspective.
No shit.
Just really listen to it and
Read along.
Yeah, read along in your packets, and then we're gonna get to know Corey a little bit more in depth after that. Yeah, see, that's the boy.
There you go. Yeah.
Did you put money?
Those are crazy. Corey.
Yes.
My name is Corey. I'm 21
Yes.
and a junior at a mid-sized state college about a 45-minute drive from my hometown, wherever that is. I chose this college because a bunch of my friends from high school chose to go here. It's affordable, close to home. I majored in business because I want to keep my career options open. Business will give me the flexibility I need to look for different kinds of jobs after I graduate. When I was in high school, I had an economics teacher whom I thought was really cool. We would hang out in his classroom even when we weren't in class. Because of him, I'm thinking about becoming a teacher myself, maybe even at my alma mater. And I'd like to see what kind of jobs I can find for myself when I graduate. As far as grades go, I try to keep a 3.0 in my major classes and a 2.5 in core classes that everyone has to take. My high school buddies and I got an apartment off campus together so that we don't have to live in the dorms and we can have some fun. I just wanted to live with people that I know in an environment I'm comfortable in. I've always liked sports, but I'm pretty apprehensive about joining a team where I don't know anyone, so I play intramural sports with some of my buddies. The hardest part about college to me is balancing school with my job, friends, girlfriend, and family.
Thank you so much,
Hey, Corey. Keep that GPA up, buddy. Keep it up.
So in your packet, the sample packet, there should be an empathy map. So we're going to start with that. Basically, an empathy map is a little way to get to know the person you're designing for a little bit more in depth. So we are actually going to focus on Corey here, and we are going to, you guys can shout things out in just a second, and we'll write them down and stick them up here, and then you can jot things down in your in your packets as well. Behind you, we have this board that shows Corey, just kind of the persona of Corey, who he might be, the things that he might be doing. So you can glance back at that as a refresher of what you've heard. You can also read back through your narrative. So we can start with thinking and feeling. What do you think that Corey is feeling? And thinking. And thinking, yeah. What did you hear? He's apprehensive. Good. Think about the future. Yeah.
Corey doesn't like to meet new people.
Okay. Doesn't like new people. Okay. Do you want to meet anybody? Corey, he's not committed. Okay, let's guess it. Like that? Not committed. Doesn't socialize. You good. He wants to stay in his bubble. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Comfort bubble. Bubble.
Got it.
balancing what they think is a lot of things.
Balance.
What did someone just say balance? Can we put 2 for balance? It seems very.
I don't know what part of
very
that was
concerned
better.
about it.
Balancing or what they think is a lot of things.
Like
What they think is a lot of things.
I'm overwhelmed.
That was like a life lesson in there somewhere. I was like,
Yes. Okay, so what is he seeing in his everyday life? What's his world look like?
Hangs out with friends.
His friends, yeah?
there's a lot of play involved. He's doing intramural sports, he's gaming, he's lots of play.
Play.
He's got a demanding girlfriend.
You would know.
Wait till
You said you learned the hardest part about balancing school and girlfriend.
I put girl.
He doesn't really know if, like, his career. He's just saying he wants to be a teacher because he knew a good teacher.
Just being influenced, maybe a little bit. Okay.
I think it's odd that he would know the difference between a GPA in one category versus the other for a student. Like, I don't know that that's even real.
We actually heard a student say that once. That's why we threw that in there.
That I'm gonna try
we
to
don't
get
know
a
that.
Interesting, right? In my gen ed and a Creole and like, you know, I might hear somebody say I want to do better in my major, but to really put numbers on it.
Yeah, I would hear them say, I don't care about my gender.
Yeah.
Or what I seem to think this gender.
Corey is very specific about these.
Yeah.
Maybe he has lows. He has some other things going on that we don't really know about.
Maybe he has future goals to attend, further education.
But yeah, maybe he's trying to get a scholarship or something. We don't know. Right, exactly. What is he saying and doing? And maybe these kind of relate a little bit. Sports, ball. He's doing sports ball.
Sports and ball.
The girlfriend.
I would kind of say he's kind of party. I'm assuming he's partying. Yeah, I'm assuming he's partying.
He's
He's all
moving
over
off
that.
campus.
Right.
Partying. Now, we
I
never
don't want to
said
live by
that.
your rules.
Right.
Yeah, I was surprised you hadn't had that one yet. So I'm gonna put that one.
What do you guys think? What is he saying?
He wants comfort. Comfort and balance.
Comfort and balance.
Perfect. What do we hear Corey say?
He says he wants to live with people he knows. He wants to be comfortable. He doesn't want unpredictable people. He wants it to be
Right.
yeah.
He wants open options. Options. Yep.
He's sticking with his friends. He's going to this college because his friends are going.
Yeah.
My grammar is horrible in this. Just don't pay attention to that. It says he wants experience with no people, right? With people he knows. When someone wants to read something, they read it that way. Unless they're
Well, it would be
nappy.
creative.
Okay, we want to fail fast here and then move
you don't
on.
have to
So
close
we're
out
just
all the
always
time.
going to be doing that.
Hey, I'm creative. That was my creative.
Right?
Right. So I think some of these can be hearing too.
Yeah, he doesn't, he says flat out that he doesn't want to be pigeonholed into a job. He wants flexibility in
Wants the
whatever,
options.
whatever degree he needs to. It sounds like it's going to be a business.
Or is
he
he
wants
indecisive?
flexibility. Huh?
Or is Corey just indecisive?
I don't know.
And likes to be in his
Yeah,
comfort zone.
I don't know.
I'm starting to feel like Corey's whining now that we're talking about this.
We won't make any more assumptions about his personality.
Right, because we're supposed
Just
to be
take him as he
about
is.
empathy right
Yeah.
now. So, I just said
Do any of you feel like, have you ever felt like Corey before? Do you empathize with him? Yeah. You have a good understanding of who he is? Okay, so take this down. Okay, so the next part we're going to talk about a little hypothesis or problem statement that we are going to make. This is basically just a way to
Kind of solve our problem in the future. But this is how we
it's
get
like
to
a
it.
formula to solve your problem.
Well, is
So-
Corey,
To solve a
is Corey representative of our problem?
Yeah, so we're going to
So we're
focus on
picking out
Corey.
Corey, and
Yeah.
Corey does represent.
Right. So
The larger majority, yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So in this formula, you have who you're designing for, which is your user. They need a way to do something. for the sake of time, have made these.
Yeah, and this is how we pulled our insights from what we've captured here and put it here so that we can solve for it. And so we've actually, this process can take a long, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yes. I've had a project where it took days to figure out this one statement.
Right. We're working on our mission and value statements.
Yeah, so that's why we spread out the process for you.
So we kind of switched this up a little bit. Sometimes it could be a person, an individual, but we wanted to say university needs a way to ensure that students are exposed to a variety of experiences and people so that students can find themselves. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for our ideation and our prototyping phase.
How do you guys feel about that? Does that embody some of the things we learned about Corey?
We can switch it around.
Is there any
if you
way to
guys
tweak
want
it,
to
or-
add something or take it away, feel free to add to it or
What do
let
you
us know
mean
your
by-
thoughts.
What do you mean by find themselves? Right.
I guess that. Well, what does that mean to you?
Feel connected. Ah, to feel connected. That's
Okay,
awesome.
I like that.
I like that change.
Now, is there anything else that you were, since you asked that question,
Well,
that it
that's-
means to
I
you?
would-
Yeah.
No, I would say that it's like,
Okay.
find yourself can be 1,000 things.
Right.
Right.
On our campus, we talk about the evolution of the student.
Well, right, there's a student development theory, it's basically
Yeah.
right, in higher ed. So if we're talking about technology, like the rest of us who work in higher ed sort of go, we don't consider technology a use of students finding themselves. It might be a tool that we use to assist them in it, but in the world of student development theory, technology is not really the core of it. So
Right.
it's sort of, I think we all
Well, I think you can think of it like we've been doing a lot of research with traditional students lately. We've been talking with a lot of these students and starting to map their interests and put them into affinities. And what we noticed is that a lot of the features of our software actually kind of map to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So it's this pyramid that has like, you need basic things that are at the bottom of the pyramid, like food and shelter and air and, things like that. We can think of like mobile features almost in that, like, I need to know my schedule, I need to know where to park my car. Like, they need to have these things in order to move to the next part of the pyramid. So finding themselves is obviously up further on the pyramid. So maybe we could provide these things in order to get.
But are you wanting them to feel connected? So, as a whole, to like finding themselves is a big, that's like self-interest, right? Feel connected to who? To the institution or to their peers? Because Corey's not feeling it really towards his peers. It feels like.
What do you guys think as a group?
I think it
Yeah,
could be
it's-
both.
This is your
Right,
problem,
this is your problem,
or defining
right.
yourself.
Oh, this is the process.
Right, so you're defining a problem.
You validated it. You didn't even know.
We tricked you into making your own.
All right, so we can actually even narrow it down and say the university and other students, right? So
I like that, or peers. Well, and are you okay with doing both, guys, or do you think that's too broad to be like
Because I
that?
think if you can get
University
one or
and
the other,
peers?
then they are connected, which will lead to success.
yeah.
Okay.
So and other students are peers.
Yes.
Even if he gets together with friends that hate something the university does, they'll stay because they have each other. Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, we're about 6 minutes behind.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. We're going to speed it up really fast. I'm going to do the next part for you too, so it'll make it really easy. Okay. Okay. So after we make this kind of hypothesis or focus statement that we want to work on, we move into how might we statement. So how might we start to solve this problem? So
Had a rough and rapid one for you all, but again, we made changes, so we can make changes to this one as well.
Yeah, let's.
So we started with how might we inspire students to venture outside of the academics of college, but of course we changed. So how can we change this? How can we change this how might we statement to reflect what we changed?
Is this the outcome we're trying to get?
You look really deep in thought, though. That's why I feel like.
How about, or at least how I would describe this. Now we've said it could be the university, we want them to feel connected to both the university and their peers, right? How about broaden their horizon to, I don't know if that, or is anyone else have a better statement that shift this to help solve this problem in the previous board?
Bill, did you have something?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm trying to get back to the outcome. Ultimately, it seems like the end game for this guy is getting on with life. Maybe I'm.
Could be. Well, that could be one of
It's a great
of
assumption.
many problems.
You know, is there,
right?
I see him getting connected. I mean, I can relate to that piece of it, but then is that really the outcome? I mean, that's like another piece of the process.
Right.
That's an outcome that
Are we
we
trying
can
to help
focus
him
on.
get into the right direction in life?
Yeah, we don't want to focus too much on the outcome of what we're solving for. We just want to focus on what we're solving. You know, what are we
So I would say,
solving?
how do you provide the students
And-
tools to be connected?
Right.
How do we provide? Is that what you said?
And one thing that you just pointed out, oftentimes when we go through this process, we start from nothing, right? Versus we start with an idea of a specific problem we're solving. We find that there's a number of different problems or
You know what
things that
I take away
can be
from
helpful
my
to
own
find,
learning
right? So like you
experience
just pointed
is
out.
in connecting to the university is how am I connecting beyond my own sphere of influence to others? So, and how will that help me beyond my life at the institution? So tools could be part of that. How do you provide students with ways to stay connected to one another, both now while they're in school and beyond?
Ah, I like
Right.
that.
So it sounds like you're talking about a network.
Yes.
Could be.
They're really what it is. I mean, honestly, if you talk about connection, right? Isn't that creating a network? In some ways, if you're saying you want to be connected to
Right.
your institution and your
Right.
Okay. So yeah, let's keep that in the mix.
How about students an avenue of connection? A venue, a route,
You like
pathway.
tools?
Because the venue technically can still be a tool, so it doesn't write that off, right? Depending how you look at it, obviously.
And then
What are the tools gonna do?
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes, 4:45. Visit the Solution Showcase Theater.
I can see light schools.
Check out the session by Rapid Content.
How about
Improving
my
student
students
experience
that
via unified
it's had come back to the before and after
starting at 4:45.
that provides students a way to connect and stay connected through their university experience and beyond. That feels very specific. Is there any way we can refine that?
Well, if you're trying to ensure that students are exposed to a variety of experiences from people, that's the
To experience a lot of, to experience everything university has to offer.
I like that.
instead of allow, how about empower?
Oh yeah,
That's
woohoo!
a great
Awesome, power,
part.
good emotion.
Oh yeah, that's
Charge word. That's
Oh, you're
great.
far from done, girl, but that was a good idea.
Mic drop.
What's great too is
Yeah.
that the traditional students are really the only ones that have that opportunity. So if they don't take it, they'll never have it ever again.
That's great. That's perfect. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna get this one out of the way. This is what we're gonna focus on here. Now we're not gonna do anything else for you into our turn. So we're gonna move into the ideation phase. We're gonna do that in 2 parts. The first part is going to be individual, and then the second part is going to be as a group. So I want you to get your chairs out of the way. We're gonna pull some tables forward, and we're gonna start ideating. So we'll
Why
get
don't
to that point.
we'll slide the tables around
So yeah, let's just
the camera? You want to pull this other one up here, guys? Is that okay? We'll pull one up and around.
I got your
Okay,
chair.
we have
Don't worry about it.
You got it?
Oops, sorry.
Awesome, that's perfect.
Man down.
All right, we'll slide this over just a bit. We'll get it right in the middle.
Okay, so gather in your group around a table, or you can be a little separate right
Well,
now.
whatever they want to do. Everybody wants to lie on the floor.
Well, we're gonna get together.
You can do that too.
Yeah, we should have had bean bags.
Yeah, how we should have.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so there's a bunch of
That's a
cookies
problem we could solve.
on the table. So what we're gonna do in just a minute, this is gonna be time boxed.
However you guys want to use, I take right where you'd like to.
Yeah. So we're gonna take your sticky notes
But we're still.
and we're gonna just write down as many ideas as you possibly can in 5 minutes. So we want them to be crazy. We want them to be not connected to any like software solution, just like really crazy ideas. So we're gonna watch a short video just on some rules of ideation to help inspire you to get started.
There's no sound.
There's no sound.
No
Don't worry
sound.
about the
It's
sound.
not important.
You can make sounds if you want.
It's just music. You can't hear yourself.
Generate ideas quickly.
So these are just rough ideas.
You get crazy, guys. Even try to make bad ideas. I love to. Yeah.
Safe space, remember, safe space.
Matrix, unicorn friend.
There you go, guys.
That looks something.
Yeah.
That's my favorite unicorn. Build enthusiasm.
Problem statement. Wait.
This is the problem statement.
Disregard that. That's a problem statement.
You can use both.
Yes.
Why do we have to go quick?
So what's our
As
problem?
many ideas
So-
as possible.
Your problem statement is
Where they get them.
Yes.
a university needs a way to ensure
And then we're fine.
A university needs a way to ensure students are exposed to a variety of experiences and people so that students feel connected to the university and their peers. How might we provide students with tools that empower them to experience everything university has to offer? This first round of ideation is super crazy. You don't have to be limited by physics or any of the laws of the universe. It can be Harry Potter ideas. That analogy usually goes a long way. So go. You have about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Just
once you guys
one
write down your
idea
ideas,
per
I'll
note.
just start putting on the board. So
Somebody needs to put magic wand right off the bat.
You're right, yeah, you're right.
Magic wand. Oh, that's great.
yeah. You guys are fast.
Hey, she did it on the side. It's not sticky.
Are we, and guys, are we sticking these to the wall?
Yeah. So
Get crazy here.
we're doing it in groups.
Groups. So each half is
Alright, team ginger.
This is team ginger.
I would like, it's a wall card, okay, so, everything has to bar. What it is specifically within single instructions that we're talking about, or we're talking about?
That's a good question. Ask your friend.
What do you guys think? Just in the institution, or can we expand to all?
In my brain, I'm just
Loving these ideas. I'll give you the chance to explain them.
I would find people that.
You guys think of hacks? You like hackathons? Let's put hackathon. Well, we don't know that. Oh, but Corey, you know.
Corey Feldman?
No, that Corey's not college. What do you
Look at this.
crazy?
That's crazy. Counting my kids out.
Exactly. You might turn into Corey.
Have you guys seen like a line flight?
Oh, wine.
But no, but not
College.
Well, maybe so, a line flight
That is definitely
Oh.
going to connect students.
of classes / majors. That would be cool. Okay. Maybe with that, maybe with or without one. Tinder type app.
Process.
What else do you guys have? You ready?
I never finished the thought. No. I needed the word. It's individual, Robin.
Yeah, but I'm cheating. Ooh, a cheating device. Right?
I don't know if it's right. Cheating device. Something right on, but just like.
Where are we at time? About 2 minutes behind. How are we? Are we
2 minutes behind.
Howard just said,
no, but I mean,
Oh yeah, I think we're
is
we're
this
about done.
time
Yeah.
done?
10 seconds. Oh, I see.
10 seconds.
Sorry. 10 seconds! I am not a very good timekeeper. I was like, 5. Okay. Okay, time's up! Put the rest of your stickies on your board.
good job, guys. Yay.
More than us.
Wow, it's not a competition. Your idea is horrible. What if you have more?
We'll get there. Quality. No, we're gonna get there. This is part of the process. Okay, so for this next part, we're gonna actually here. So this next part you're gonna do as a collaborative thing in your group, and we're kind of gonna just refine your ideas, group them together, and the other coaches will help you facilitate that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, great. How many minutes?
We're taking these and
Yes.
making some sense out of these.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about them together.
20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay.
Well, we have to talk about them together.
Doing the full
We
20?
wrote them, explain them to each other.
Okay, we have 20 minutes, so
Build
let's
on
go
them
for
and
ideas.
iterate basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we're gonna let's do this together.
Exactly. It helps us actually look at it, you know?
Alright, so first question.
15 minutes. So this is what we're gonna do
Okay.
all the time. Looks like we have a few that are like actualize the connection. Like yeah, if that's great to relate with them. You get your links and your information spouses to associate with your ag students or your ag business students who will never talk to one another. How do you make that? The exact same.
Let me ask you guys a question. Is my ideal activity more physical or digital? Okay. Now we have the Tinder like that. Maybe we can the other side are fine doing that. Socially, either digital or physical social.
That's what it is. They have this ability to establish ways throughout the day or live.
There you go.
Electronically live, and then in person to give people options all the time. So they like grabbing and being able to connect with them wherever they are.
Yeah, there's another
Wait, virtual activity.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's an VR hub, maybe there's a second thing to get worried. You want to pass it at night, right?
And then there's some that don't follow the same thing. It's just like how do you connect all of those things?
Let me ask you guys this. Pokemon Go, would that fit that iteration area down here? Although you could do it physically.
Pokemon Go is like an actual activity.
But it's
For me, it was about
This is the one, right? Kids are like,
Oh yeah. Right, so it's like a there's also hackathon, I feel like. See, that's another split between activity and digital. Depends how you do
With like someone actually contributing, which that's great.
stuff.
Like B-Mix, glow sticks, shoes.
We can, yeah.
Yeah, there should be for sure.
Just put them over here. Halloween, is that an activity? Where's that going?
I feel like that would be an
It's an
activity.
event, right?
Yeah, it's like an event type thing. Maybe not, but yeah.
Golf
Professor
cart
Mead.
rides, streaming classes.
That's sweet. I like that.
It could be either.
These could go together.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the in-betweeners, right?
Local company. Somebody want to describe that?
Is that maybe like...
local companies promote.
Ah. Well, is that like mentoring, or you mean just like straight up, you know, like community fun
Yeah,
kind
so
of
when I
stuff?
was thinking about it, like those places that everybody goes to.
Okay.
So like connecting students to that. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Where it's saying if everyone goes to this restaurant or this bar, like
This sort of goes here, right?
Yeah, those go with the mentoring, I think.
does jobs stay over by them, or is that kind of just hanging out there?
I feel like it could. It's kind of in that same
It's
type
more about
of
working on a campus.
during and after connection, right? Like through past the alumni portion of life, hopefully.
These are testimonials kind of go with that then?
Yeah. I think that works. Okay, so now that we kind of have these in categories, we're going to start refining them because our goal after this 15 minutes is to boil it down to like 1 or 2 ideas that we want to start prototyping and actually build. That's going to be the fun part. So we can start eliminating ideas. You can do good, better, best.
So if our goal is to encourage students to find a way to experience something, I feel like maybe this type stuff is going to be what encourage. But I guess, I don't know, if we can combine,
Yeah, so we're combined, we can make a new post-it
from like peer mentors that are sending it to us.
Well, I think that's why the in-between ideas are good.
Yeah.
Because for folks that are more introspective,
Yeah.
right, and kind of, you know, they may not want to just go out to a bonfire,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they get, so the in-betweens are great because it can kind of go either way and it doesn't rule anyone out. Activity, what do you guys think? Is there anything that stands out, or is there you know, muddling of those ideas that we could pull a couple
Top one is
together?
definitely clearly more about social, right? So those are social events. Wouldn't that just be one thing?
Do we want to put a new tag that we
can.
put those together?
Oh, you're doing that. Your video.
Write it. Yeah, I'm kind of
Thanks,
VR
Brandon.
videoing us. Yes. So this will go out. I will I think tweet this. Later.
Really?
Yeah, and you guys will like a 360 video where you can put on the VR headset. Come back and see tomorrow. I have my VR headset, and you can watch the session back. So,
Matt?
yep.
Yeah.
Usually the tripod's not.
Okay, is anything standing out to you guys? We want to do something social that kind of combines all of these things, kind of a middle ground.
I feel like the thing that kept coming to me as I was thinking about it is that the idea is we want them to feel comfortable to get out and do it.
Yeah.
And so if I'm like a new freshman coming to college, I'm not going to want to go do something by myself. But if I hear from like on Yelp, when you hear from like 40 different students, this is something you have to do if you're here. Like something like that that can include both those like social activities, like the whole spectrum, but it's something saying, okay, I want to go check this out because X, Y, and Z, these people all said that it was fantastic.
Kind of combined.
And we know that's how he
Yeah.
thinks.
Yeah,
He
that's
wants
true.
to do what his friends do.
Right. And it's interesting. He wants to go out, but he wants it to be low key, so he doesn't feel on the spot or
So
awkward.
bonfires.
Right? Bonfires are cool. Yeah, very low key. You know, so many people, you don't feel inundated because you get to that point.
Yeah. So how do we get that information to them?
Through the app.
Or whatever you want to build. So so now we got to start narrowing down.
This might interest you. You know,
It would be cool if we could like tailor it to like
for the-
like
for the
creepy Google
individual.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you search for like
Just
hotel
like
in
creepy
Hawaii.
Google.
Yeah.
Right, then all of a sudden it's on your Facebook feed.
Yeah, it's everywhere. You're like, oh,
Over here.
Orlando has been on my Facebook feed for the last like 4 months.
Right?
Go do this.
Okay, so let's pull out some of your favorites from these.
That's
and
a
then
good
we can
one. I
kinda
like that. That
combine
might
them,
interest you.
And then we'll build it.
One thing that I was thinking, so this must experience guide, I was thinking it would be cool, like every student has to do like orientation, all that kind of stuff. What if you like got all the students on campus that said, these are the things that people said you should really do in college, whether that's like an internship or
the Friday night bonfire or something like that.
Yeah. That'll work.
It'd be like a
It's almost like
interactive thing.
student inclusion events. I almost said freshman student, but I think we need to look past it, the student inclusion events. But then the question is the right point we're going to get to as an answer, is that purely it? Are we talking about a method to get the word out? I know that came up, right? Maybe it's not even an app, right? Maybe it's a letter drop like South
Because
Korea
somebody's
or
actually got a
North
plan
Korea.
together. So there's this.
Yeah.
But then how do you engage them?
Is that weird? That's a weird place to go. That's
Yeah, I like that. Do you want to make a new poster that maybe sums that up? Oh, if you want to,
It could be
Say
cool.
what?
you could be packing up.
Like if it was a web page instead of like a physical document, then that's something that's like dynamic.
Hey Dave, how are you on time?
I'll check.
So let's kind of summarize that in a new sticky. What do you think? And this is what we're going to try and build.
You said that, Andrew. You summed it up. I mean, not only have you the social.
So you need, there's a technology component to it, right? So
There's
there's
a virtual component.
right, but then there's also got to be some sort of real life component to it, where
Right.
somebody's actually planning and facilitating this, right?
Hybrid, how about we say hybrid social, digital slash, real.
Hybrid social experience.
Yeah.
So we just summed up higher education, right?
But in a certain
Right.
way, that's
really what we just
yeah,
did.
that's
right?
spot on for
It's
sure.
about the social, the economic, and the use of technology.
So what can be a twist? Because
Can
Well,
airplanes
no, I
be
think you're
involved?
facilitating what that experience is supposed to be like, right?
What's that?
I think this actually answers that question in some ways, right? So the experience is supposed to be social about connectedness, right? To keep them engaged. But you have to do something to get them there.
Okay.
What were you saying about the twist?
Yeah, was there a twist? What could we just
So-
do that makes it
to avoid
Yeah.
something that's too common.
too generic or topical?
Yeah, that's right. Or that's already been done.
And then
Wait, so then this is where I put
And
this.
then-
And I wasn't being.
throw it up there and connect
but
it.
I
Let's see what it
didn't
looks
mean
like.
to be- I
No,
didn't
no,
mean
no,
like
that's
over
fine.
the top. So like.
hybrid social experience,
The
and
beauty of
then
Tinder is that it's a quick decision,
Tinder
right?
type app.
It's not, you don't have to put too much thought into it, and it allows you to connect with people that are similar to you or like-minded, right? Could you do something like that for students so that the people that are more introverted, sitting around by themselves, find the other people that are more.
Ooh. And then here's
Yeah.
here's a
friends.
spin. What if it's like Tinder, and this I think it might connect people, but you're not specifically looking at people. You're looking at types of events
Right.
and things you could do.
Ah,
That could be a cool
Wait,
twist.
you got a cool idea.
What if you had
So we said like Tinder, right? But instead of looking at people, we're looking at types of events and social outings, but for like-minded people,
Right,
yeah.
which brings you into
I
that
was gonna
comfort
say,
zone.
then what if
Right,
after
people that are
you,
similar to you.
Hopefully.
like you and 60 other people selected
Right,
that
so
you're
we'll-
interested in this, then it connects those people and connects
Because
those
we're
people.
just-
Right. So you're not having to go to something by yourself. You can be like, oh, let's go
Yeah,
to this.
Right.
like all video gamers are all Harry Potter fans.
Yeah.
So come together. We're
Or
all
for Corey Sports.
right. All Corey sports, right?
Right.
Corey, all the guys that play intramural sports. Let's go play hockey.
Okay, now we're going to start moving into the prototype
Cool.
phase. Prototype phase.
Okay.
Okay, so
Are we gonna move back? Okay, so we're gonna move the camera back here into the middle. You guys making out good?
20 minutes.
You have the like $1 million idea here, life changing.
20 minutes for prototyping. So, okay,
that
you have
was
a
that
technical
set,
office.
and
I
now
think
how
that
are
might
we
be
gonna-
Yeah.
interesting to use what you got.
So keep talking. I'm right. You guys keep talking.
Oh, the app frame's right there.
So we
we
have
wanna
this
show the
where we can
prototype?
like
You want to show the prototype?
No, it's not.
Time?
No, it's not.
Ah, okay.
So,
So what Katie tried to say, and I'm just going to totally go ahead and steal the thunder, because I'm an X factor here right now. With prototyping, we often think about draw something where we have just this physical thing and that's it. It's not just that, right? We can act out experiences, right? User experience design, draw user experience design. So what would this feel like, right? We feel people have to use it. That could be something cool. Maybe we can build something. How do we show that experience? How do we embody it?
whereas we've got this, if you want to act something out, I can present this to the other group at the end. And we also have like, if you guys want to make something more physical, we've got like glue guns and anything. So
We have a VR and we have goggles in case it gets messy.
No. This is someone else's VR.
You can make your own VR. Well, maybe it's not VR. We'll let you guys.
And it's interesting. You have somewhat
Let's not imagine
All right. All right.
I mean, sometimes.
So now that I've messed up our train of thought,
Not forever. Okay, so I'm gonna help
awesome.
we'll kind of focus on it. Maybe we can have all of those.
We'll get rid of yes.
So you wanted to do a step back, like connect to events.
Is it okay if I put this here with you guys?
Sure. Yeah,
Be over here.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the great thing is, it's filming the entire room, so you're in it.
Oh!
You can't get it.
See, it's got two lenses.
So
Yep.
like, you've got this event.
All right. Is it okay if I?
Like that would come in.
How can I do? Yeah. Perfect. And we'll sneak in here. Okay. So this is Team Ginger
Oh, then we definitely need a
prototype mastery.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. I'll tape it on there because that will make it 3D. So we have a bonfire. Oh, let's get a red X and a pink heart that says if we like it or not.
A red X?
Let's do something more creative though than an X and a heart.
Good
Right?
idea, good idea.
So if they want to go, that would be a yes. It's not a heart. It's hard to. I'm not creative at all.
Like a
so.
firework type thing. Like, yes, that's awesome.
We need
A winky
We need
face?
something green then, right? If it's a yes, they want to go, or no, we need a red and a green.
Is it your colors?
Could it be just a checkbox that's not hokey?
I think we should make it as hokey as possible. For the sake of this experiment, it can be
All right, let's do it. Oh, that's what I was going. I was like, check yes or no.
Yeah. Make it simple for them.
What do we want to say?
He's very indecisive, right? We can
Right.
tell, so make it easy.
Okay.
So what's the question? Just check yes or no? But it can't be, I want it to be cuter than that. Like, remember they'd write their note in school and they'd say, will you go out with me? Like, what's the spin on will you go out with me? Check yes or no.
Will you come out with me? Will you?
Will you hang out with me?
Yeah.
I think I need another red.
Yeah. Take as many as you want.
So we need is it just an X and how about a red X and a green check?
With
Type that.
Yeah.
to illustrate. So that's like a heart and check
Well,
mark.
we were
And, it's
doing,
an X now.
Oh,
and a check mark.
it turned into an X.
And a check mark.
Are these too big?
We have bigger phones
We could do it on,
too.
yeah.
We have these. Do you want these?
There's the X.
Sorry. You might want that one too.
I might want that one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I'll make it phone sized.
You're making it bigger.
So that the idea is to
We're keeping it.
Or just anyone, basically. That's the basic
Is that
idea.
it'll
Yeah. So a Tinder type app, but to find activities to do.
find that?
So to show you an activity, you say whether you want to do it or not. And it'll tell you who else is going.
It would be more than that, but this
Yeah.
is the dumbed down
So everyone
version
else
for
that's
this
going
format.
can. So this is here.
Well,
We have the event.
That's the important part. So you figure out if that core idea is any good. Don't think about it too much. It's like, oh, this sucked, or there's something here.
I think so. Like,
I love that.
our phone
We
grew.
can take these up on the wall. Let me get a sheet of paper and hold it.
Nicely
I feel
done,
like we should
Julie.
draw another
Nicely
event.
done.
We should probably make some. What's another event? Oh, that one's nice and sticky.
I'm going to put this here.
Another event. We have Halloween. There we go.
We have more other colored markers because I feel like we should draw Pokemon Ball.
We don't have any other.
Oh, that's okay. But we have a green. We can pretend it's a green one.
Can we do something that says like, what would it start with? Like when they go in, or would it just like what would our Friday?
I would say it was just pictures of events.
No, go for it.
Pictures of different events.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So like, because not necessarily, because it could be like a bonfire every other weekend. And
Right.
they decide they want to come to one, and so then
we have different pictures. You check yes or no. If they're going, this then pops up.
Pops up another group of people that said yes.
Everyone who
right.
said yes, they can talk
Right.
about when they're going to meet, when they're going to go. Kind of like a virtual club type thing.
Create a like a they have a book. I mean, I'm looking at our production paper or we do a bowling pin.
Oh yes.
We do a bowling pin out of tinfoil.
Yes.
Tinfoil, yes.
I don't know. I'm winging it here. I have to make it smaller.
Sassy Sally.
Yes.
And maybe there's a way to find out what type of person you are, so it finds similar people.
Yeah. So then
Emotions.
I want to go with Debbie Downer.
Right.
So now I'm going to meet
Right.
her. Yeah.
Right.
I love it. I love it.
I'm not making a good bowl.
I'm sure it will be perfect.
The bowling pins have red stripes around them.
Oh, is there brown in there?
There's a tan.
That will work.
There's scissors too if you need to cut them. Yeah, that's a good idea. They do.
Yes.
Brown
There's
and red?
scissors. Oh, on that cart right there behind you.
I'm gonna put it in the middle. So this would be.
So like the event would be here, then would they see the list of people, or do they see every day?
Can I ask you questions like, can I go in my pajamas?
Yes. Yeah, that's where the group conversation comes in.
Yeah.
Because then it's putting the responsibility on the actual people, like the students going, saying, yeah, I don't care.
So then this comes up, right?
Yep. Spiders up.
I like that one.
Hey, thanks.
Do you want to? Oh, there's no orange.
That's okay. It looks enough like fire, right? I would use this app.
Till that time, I'm going to showcase the presentations.
Yeah, you just swipe.
I have 3 free hours. What am I going to do with them? Right. We're actually stealing all of these ideas and we're going to make millions off of it.
Really, Ellucian? Really?
Well, I have video proof that we came up with it. Just kidding.
10 more minutes. 10-minute countdown.
Woohoo!
This is bowling.
Yeah, I can tell you. How long did she say?
10 minutes.
Oh, we're
good. Sorry, I'm texting.
Are there more steps?
No, just presenting, but you can expand this idea or you're fast. I love it!
Cool.
It's
Yeah, no, it's
beautiful. We have hot glue too. We need
There's
that.
the fireworks. Oh, let's do a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading.
Love book clubs. Oh, that is a really bad. Nope. Yep, that's not a book.
No, you were going the right way.
I
You just
wasn't.
needed the line.
I just needed to put the lines this way instead of down that
Right,
way.
I was like, wait, where do you go from
Right.
here?
That's what I did. So this does not look right.
It's like a 3D book.
Nice.
Yeah, you want to
There you
add
go.
some pages?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like 3D book. Yeah. We gotta cook.
How does that work with this?
Fold them.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Ellucian's page.
you need a couple. These are so not together.
Yeah, it's hard to
Oh, wait, but there's a stick.
Here.
How many times
it
have
that
you
way.
guys done this today?
What's that?
How many times have you guys done this?
This is our third.
Oh.
This is so fun.
Is it fun? Are you gonna stick with it?
Okay, this is not good. You might want to.
What's the best solution you've seen?
We've had, we've used different people, like in the narratives.
Right.
So
Oh,
we've
so
had
it's all
different
different
solutions every
things,
single-
right.
Okay, that's
Yep.
really bad.
That's
Right?
perfect. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna throw another one.
That's perfect. Stick it
Yeah,
on
so
the
they've
lip.
been totally different
Where are you
solutions.
guys? Where are we at?
Oh, we're like done.
You have what? Are we doing a journey on the screens here? Oh, snap! That's amazing.
Oh, we gotta hang up those fireworks.
Oh.
Those are
Oh,
good.
yes.
I'm just gonna look. Don't even explain to me yet. I'm excited to see it.
I love this.
Cool.
This is probably my favorite prototype because it's so
I love it. Now, are we gonna act this out when you guys show this, or we're just gonna show the screens and read them? I said, are we gonna act this out when we present?
Oh, good. You have some pattern there. 3D, not 3D.
you go.
It's in your blood.
This is a fun exercise.
Okay, and then should we have like a final step where everyone's like at the event having a good time?
Yeah, we
do
can act it
stick
out.
Figures.
It creates a
Oh!
hashtag at the end.
We gotta make a person.
Oh yeah. Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
I need.
Alright guys, 5 minutes.
White people, do you guys?
5 minute countdown.
Don't put that on the video.
It's right there.
It'll be edited.
So this is like a skin color. Yeah, super good.
Got it covered.
Public speaking.
They keep you inside the office.
You don't laugh. Look, I made a person.
Oh, how did you do that? Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that.
I'm practicing my skills.
Bigger than I.
You're taping your person.
I've been practicing this all day. I've been waiting for the moment when we can build a person.
How in the world did you do that?
I did. Okay, start with a head. Okay. Twist his head. And then you get the marks.
My person is.
This will be the most important thing I do at eLive.
I made a hybrid.
Mine is
I like
giant.
that. Oh, he's cute.
Oh, right?
He's wearing pants.
Oh no. It's really cool.
He's
Need
on
some diversity
stilts.
out there, Julie. So.
Somebody always comes on
Somebody,
stilts.
yeah, put him completely.
I need some hair.
He's not as tall as that. He needs some, oh, red hair.
I wanted everybody to feel included.
Yeah, red ginger.
Ginger
Red
hair.
hair.
Oh yeah. Why do we not have friends?
So what are they doing?
Yeah, for the gingers.
Red hair.
What did they decide to do? Should we make a fire?
Yeah, make a big fire. Big bonfire.
Yeah, we don't have enough color up there.
Alright, are you guys getting ready to present? We got
1 minute.
2 more minutes. It's not 2 more minutes, that's 2 minutes.
Okay.
This was better than mine about being.
It's amazing, Liz.
My fingers are great. I'm so glad you guys are.
I just knew we needed to. Fire. It's just not.
I love that ginger man. Man or lady.
Or right.
Whatever it is.
Keep wrapping.
You have to show him. What's his name? The red Rob. Rob. She made you a ginger.
Oh, snap.
A hybrid ginger.
Can that go on the board?
Yeah.
Is there another phone? That is awesome.
I mean, it's going on the board, but not on the phone.
As a participant.
Yes. In the fire.
All right.
Good fire.
Thank you. I don't know how it's actually coming together.
That is an excellent photo.
There you go.
I love it.
Needs to bake a little.
Oh, that's cool.
You guys, this is so perfect.
Amazing what?
That's amazing.
You know, okay, so we
What
started
pipe cleaners can do.
We started with a person, and now we have this amazing app that we're selling. So, thank you. It's
Worked out.
It's actually pretty cool. It is cool.
The process is cool.
Yeah, and it happened so fast. We were here for 90 minutes, and we went from just thinking about one person to a final solution that we could actually implement. So, yeah, that's our hope. So we give you guys the field guide, and that kind of gives you some blank pages in the back and goes through the whole process again, so that you can take it home and do it with your team.
Yeah.
That's our hope. I wish we could teach this.
You really
Go
should.
into
It's
a
actually
company
really
and
cool.
teach.
Right.
Yeah.
We added sticks.
Alright, guys.
I love
Take a
it.
picture of it.
Yeah. And you
Awesome,
we
guys.
do
Yeah, that's
live
really
17
cool.
You want me to take a picture of your whole team? If you guys are putting your prototype, you should probably do that.
Awesome, guys.
You guys want to be on our Instagram page?
All right, somebody get up there with the prototype. Are you on Instagram?
Love it. We are. Ginger.
That's super cute. Your face. I got you smiling. I got a good picture of you. I got a good picture of you.
I just realized you're from Binghamton. I am. So I'm from Laos.
All right. Here, we'll just get a look at the awesome prototype we have here, and then we'll take a look at the other teams. All right, explanation to follow.
I'm a prop. I'm a prop.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh wait, should I get? I'm a person. Should I get you? Just sit on the car.
Where can I put the camera and we'll show both?
Probably in the
show
middle.
both groups? Okay. Is that all right? And apparently I got drawn in too.
Yeah, we're all
Okay.
props.
All right, guys. So we're gonna present ideas. Whoop, sorry, camera.
You made us props, so you
Okay.
have to go first.
How is this?
I don't see much happening over there, Christine. Like, it's all
You guys need to go first. They need to go
Yeah, they're
first.
gonna go first.
Okay, guys.
Hey, let's show us what you got.
I'll stand up here.
All right, so I'm gonna talk a lot because I do that every day.
All right.
No, you don't.
I'm just taking a picture.
No, you
I
don't.
just see you on me.
You're already in virtual reality.
All right.
It's
So
going up.
Corey here, our friend Corey, we believe has defined values and has some things that we know he wants to be able to attain beyond his years at school. So our concept is that you have a virtual reality world, but is really grounded in the reality of what is happening at the university. So we're creating an application that Corey can go in and attach himself to certain values that we defined and certain competencies which he would gain after leaving while he's at the institution, but take with him when he leaves the institution. They could be associated to courses, they could be associated to clubs and organizations that he might participate in, they could be associated to other individuals who have the same like values and competencies of interest. And so Corey goes on, identifies of the values that are there as presets for him, which ones make the most sense to him, and competencies, which competencies are most important to me, what do I want to walk away with? And he identifies those, and that becomes like his avatar. And then it automatically links him to and identifies for him. These are your people, faculty, staff, and students, who all have like-minded values and competencies that are of interest to you. And here are the groups at the institution, clubs, organizations, leadership opportunities that fit within what you want and what you have defined. And then you guys are all props because these are all like what one might think of as a badge or something that you can earn by connecting. Corey's on his iPhone.
Oh wait, you just turn around. Oh, okay, you're looking at me.
Yeah.
So I'll hold it.
And
So he's got to gain that competency and he's got to
right.
And then get
Right.
the badge. Okay, you get the competency.
gets a badge.
Make Pokemon Go. He just earned himself a Pokemon.
Okay.
And so he's got to go, and so for each of those, there could be 2 badges.
Right.
There could be 7 badges you have to earn to achieve that competency. And then, like, there's a reward for this. So when you achieve it, it could be, what did we say, money,
Other things.
Other things.
But we're thinking when we thought about going, we talked about he needed to make maximum people, he didn't know what he wanted to do, he didn't want to know his strengths, blah, 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 felt what he wanted to do, make that connection, design organizations. And with the current situation right now, you know, we assigned that email functionality to the third point, like Friday was right, and then we said they would wrap it up, which I thought was a great thing. So as they achieve the competencies, I mean, they get rewards and they feel and then the engagement, the connectivity, and they find it.
And if you played it out, you could somehow connect what happens in the application to what it is that they do at the point of developing whatever they do for student success. Do they have any portfolio? Do their badges and competencies? So associate with that they then take out to their employer and say, I've earned these competencies. Even though we were talking about a lot of social elements here, he is picking up those competencies through social elements that are kind of a driving force, but still gains them through classes, interaction with faculty and staff and other students.
Love it.
Yeah.
No.
Great. Who wants to be the spokesperson, or do you guys just want to take turns?
All right, Gingers, you're up next.
And we'll turn you Team Ginger. Here, we're gonna turn.
Yes.
So we'll get a crisper view here.
What do I get for fixing my pants or for fixing? Okay.
Madam President, I'm sorry, why are you presenting?
Right? I'm just kidding. So we have Corey. He's a shy freshman. He doesn't really want to do anything, but he wants to learn stuff. And so we came up with the idea to have like a Tinder type app where Tinder. I know, right? It's what everyone loves.
We don't want to associate.
I went with the more low key,
She threw out the Tinder idea.
Of course you did, Amber.
So it's got different things that he can do on campus, whether that's reading a book, going to see a fireworks show, bowling, going out to party, or going to a bonfire. And if he decides, yeah, I want to do that, he'll check yes or no. Will you hang out with me? Was the question. And then it will have a list of who else is going. And saying he wants to go with Debbie Downer, he'll click on her and he can communicate and say, hey, let's go to this activity together. And that way he's getting out and experiencing different things. So you can put all sorts of different stuff on there that are of activities that are going on around campus. And this is our party at the end. We've got some really tall people and some really short people.
And a bonfire.
Woo! That's awesome. That's nice. I love that. That's great. You guys have some great ideas.
For real, that's awesome.
So you guys got to experience the design thinking process in 90 minutes, and it was amazing. So we went from empathizing with a person all the way to these final solutions that could turn into real things for an institution or just in general. So we want you to take the tools that we've given you, take this practice back to your team or work on it individually. We want you to take those field guides.
Right?
Yeah.
Field guides. Yeah.
Yeah, we gave everybody a field guide. Take that home, use it. If you have any questions about this process or you want us to send you like a PDF resource of any of the printouts that you got or anything, just email us. We've got our cards up here, uxd@ellucian.com. Okay, and now we have a little demonstration.
Yeah, so this is an example of scamper where you take something common and you reverse it, that's the R. And this is an umbrella that will keep you dry, so everybody knows what to reverse an umbrella. It's inverted inside, but it can turn upside down.
I saw this online and I wanted one.
Innovation! Oh, you lost your
Well, thank you for
time.
participating. You get a free gift. You get an umbrella. You get an umbrella.
Umbrellas for
Thank
you!
you.
Now let's hope it doesn't rain.
You might need it.
I'll take it on the ride.
I think you just gotta push the
One
window.
more time. There you go. Yep. And if the wind comes, it'll just
Oh, don't lose your tag. Oh, lost your tag.
And you can hang it off a desk so you don't get wet.
Right.
So cool.
And it stands too.
Yeah.
Well, not by itself, but so you won't get wet.
I was gonna say, I was like, how does that stand?
That is very
When it's
cool.
not up, hold up.
So thank you guys so much for coming.
This is my favorite thing I've ever had.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Thank you so much. It'd be great to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was awesome.
My favorite thing
Oh, guys, why don't we Hey guys, why don't we do a group photo with the umbrellas for everybody?
Do you want to be in our group picture before you leave?
Here, well, all right, VR, we're gonna turn one more time. We'll film it while we do this here. Awesome design pictures. Oh wait, somebody has to wear the goggles.
Okay.
1, 2,
Okay, there they go.
3. Oh, you guys are awesome. 1, 2.
Awesome, guys.
One more. 1, 2. Lovely.
No, Rob, you gotta get in there.
Nice.
Ginger.
Well, I was in this because we
Okay.
actually have the live action.
The next one we're gonna have someone in the back going you
and
and
guys,
then someone going
with
them.
the umbrellas, we check you can take them to the airport, you can put it in your bag, or you have to put it through the scanner, and it's totally fine. All right?
Thank you.
Yep, you can bring it through.
Adios. You guys have fun.
Yep, we made sure to check.
Nice to see you, Jules.
Awesome job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tweet about us too. If you have Twitter, tweet about us.
Perfect. Yeah, take it home. Somebody will love it.
Someone will love it. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you. Nice meeting you again and again. Enjoy the rest of the conference. All right, design thinking team. Woo!